Hi, today we are going to understand how we can create PDF files on automation from a Notion form. For this demonstration, I'm going to explain about Employee Reimbursement Agreement Form, and we will be taking help of an automation tool which will create PDF files directly from the Notion database. As you can see, this is a form which has been set up over here, and once the user fills in the details in this particular form and they click on submit, the responses will come under the responses view of this particular database. I've already gone ahead and I have created three dummy submissions out of the particular form in the database, and today I'll be looking to convert these submissions into PDF files completely in automation. So let us understand how this will work. For this, we'll be using an automation tool known as PDFOutput. PDFOutput is the document automation platform for Notion users, which will enable to create PDF files directly from the Notion database. In order to use this, let's first quickly log in. And once we are logged in, then I'll showcase how the automation will work. So let me quickly sign in from one of my account, and then we will proceed further with the remaining steps of the demonstration. So as you can see, I have logged in inside the PDF output account, and let me quickly delete this existing automation which was already in place before we started recording this, so that we start everything from scratch. And let me also remove the automation setup that would have been created. Okay, so now when you will log in, you will see an interface something like this, where you need to create a new automation to begin the process. So click on new automation and just click on connect Notion, where you will be able to connect to the Notion database. And meanwhile, let me copy this database title which I have. So what I will do is I will simply copy this title, and I will be adding this database to the selection screen that we will be able to see. So you are able to see the connection right over here. Make sure you are under the correct account which you're using. So I'm under a different workspace, and let me select the correct workspace from the drop down. So once you select the desired workspace, you should be able to add your particular database. So I've changed my workspace in the settings, and I'll click on select pages to access, and then I need to click on add pages. Click over here, and it will allow you to add a page right inside the setup. So I will just simply paste my database title right over here, and you can see the employee reimbursement agreement form is showing. Click on that and it gets added up. Okay, notice that when you're adding a database, it is in the database form of icon, so that needs to be added correctly. Okay, so I've just added this employee reimbursement agreement form. I'll click on allow access. As I click on allow access, this will give access to the database which I can now use to create the PDFs. Now the first thing which we need to do is we need to add a template file to the setup. A template file will define how the PDF will look like. So make sure you are selecting the right option from the list of available options available over here. We can go with a Google document, we can upload a Word file, we can even upload a PDF file, and we can even add Notion pages to the setup which will be able to create the PDF file. For this demonstration, I'm going to go with a Google document. So I'll select this. You can choose an existing document if it is already available which you want to convert to PDF, or you can start with a blank document from scratch. So I'll click on blank document. As I click on blank document, it will create a new document which I can click on continue, and then I can set up this document entirely from scratch. Okay, so as you can notice, this is a completely blank document which has been created, and I need to add the placeholders onto the document for the automation setup. So if you see on the right side and you scroll down, you should be able to see the employee reimbursement agreement form showing up, and all the properties of the particular database are also visible right over here. So let's say I want to add a property. So let's say I want to add the employee ID. I can simply type employee ID. I can click on copy, and I need to simply paste the property onto the document. Okay. So I will simply use Control V or Command V, and I will be able to paste the property. Similarly, let's say I want to add an employee name. So I'll just click on copy over the employee name, and let's say I want to add the employee name right over here. I can paste it. So you need to copy paste every element of the database from here onto the document one by one. Once everything is copied and pasted, your template will be ready. I'm not going to copy and paste the rest of the elements, as I'm happy with the two elements for the demonstration. You can obviously edit and modify everything from the Google Doc that is available over here. So all the editing options are available for a use case. On the right side, if you scroll down, you will find e-signatures. If you want to add signatures to the document, I will put a link in the video description, which will allow you to also see how e-signatures can be implemented to PDF output. So you can simply turn this on, and the e-signatures can be implemented in the document. Finally, once the PDFs are generated, you can store the PDF in a Google Drive folder as well, which is visible. If you click on this, you can save the PDF in this folder, and then we can define how the PDF file will be named. So I want to name the PDF file as per the employee ID that we see. So let me select that from the drop down. So I should be able to see employee ID. If I click on this, all my PDF will be named as per the employee ID that we find over here. And finally, I'm ready with all the setup and I'm ready to create a preview of the document. So if I click on preview output, I should be able to see a preview file of one of the records getting processed. So currently the last record is getting processed and you should be able to see a preview document populate under PDF file. If I click on this, I should be able to see all the placeholders that I had added that has been replaced with the values. So the employee ID has been replaced, the employee name has been replaced with the values from the database. This created a preview document right over here within the Notion database. Now I'm all set up with the automation and happy to go ahead. So I'll just click on setup automation. If I click on setup automation, the automation will be activated and now you can generate the PDF from the database. It also allows you to generate PDF using a button. So if you have a button on your database, you can click on that button and the PDFs can be created as well. So that option is also available, but I will not talk about this in this video. So let's go to the home page and now you can see an active automation being set up. This indicates that the Notion database is ready to generate the PDF file. So if I go back to the database, I simply mark the record as ready to generate and it will automatically be converted to PDF file and stored under the PDF file column. That is all that we need to do. So once the automation is set up inside PDF output, you do not need to come back to PDF output to generate the PDF. All you need to do is head over to your database, mark the record as ready to generate, and it will be converted to PDF file and stored in the PDF file column. So this eliminates the use of the user going back to PDF output to generate the PDF, as everything happens within the database. The Notion also has two automations available. With the very first automation, you can automatically mark the record as ready to generate whenever a new entry is added. So let's say new user submits a response and it gets added to the database. With the help of the automation, you can automatically convert this record to ready to generate. With the second automation, you should be also able to send an email to the desired recipient with the generated PDF that gets created over here. So if you set up those two automations along with PDF output, you should be able to completely automate this process, starting from generating the PDF to sending the PDF to the desired recipient. Now, as it's going to generate a PDF, let me showcase few more things. If you go back to PDF output on the home page, you will find this template option. Click on this. You should be able to see a lot of templates that have been added over here within the view. So you can choose any template and generate PDF out of this. Alongside this, you have an option to reach out to me through this contact window. So if you click on this chat bubble, you should be able to send me a message right away through this chat window. I will be able to take up any issues which you might be having, or else you can go to the contact window at the bottom of the page and you can send me a message right away from here. I'll be able to take up any issues which you might be having. Now you can see it has created these two PDFs. Let me click on this and you should be able to see the PDF created with all the placeholders mapped from the database. So we just created two PDFs right away and the placeholders have been correctly mapped with the database values. So this completes the demonstration of using PDF output to generate the PDF. I hope this demonstration is useful to you. I'll be waiting for your issues or any clarity that you need from the tool, and I'll be more than happy to assist you on the same. Thank you for watching this video. Have a great day. Bye bye.